Hey y'all, welcome back to my page. My name is Albert Gorman of Damoah Film and Photography, and if you're a hybrid shooter like me, then you know the right lens can make or break the shot that you're really trying to get. So today I want to talk about the 5 lenses that I currently use on a daily basis, and it might be a coincidence that they're all Sigma, but I'll give a good reason for that. So with that being said, let's hit the intro and let's get right into it. All right, y'all, so the first lens that we do have on the list is the Sigma 16 to 28 2.8 ultra wide zoom. I use this thing pretty much on a daily basis. It is something that I use for real estate, for photography and videography. It is 2.8, so in certain scenarios you might want it to be a little bit on the brighter side, but regardless, it gets the job done. The image is amazing, and it might be the lens that I have used the most within the last 6 months, so that says a lot. I did sell my Tamron 17 to 28 to get this one. 1mm on the wider end, but at the end of the day I want to have consistency because I do like Sigma a lot. So with that being said, this is the first one on our list, and it is a definitely consistent workhorse for me as far as the ultra wide perspective is concerned. Great for vlogging, great for real estate, sometimes great for weddings too, so you can't go wrong. The next lens on our list is the 18 to 35 Sigma crop sensor lens, really meant for APS-C, so that's why it's on my FX30 right now, and it's filming us, right? So this is the image that you do get out of it. It is a lens that I use only for certain scenarios, but when I get a chance to use it, I love to use this lens because the image quality to me is just, you know what I mean? It's just crazy. So overall, I do love this lens. Probably the only faults on it is it's pretty big and it's really heavy at the end of the day, and the autofocus, I wouldn't really 100% depend on it, only in scenarios where I can really trust it and I feel like, all right, everything is good and the lighting is consistent, then I'll give the autofocus a shot. But other than that, I'll do manual focus with it. So for reasons like that, and it is an APS-C lens, is why it's not on my lower end on my list. But regardless, it is a lens that I love to use, and whenever I do get a chance to use it, I'm gonna use that bad boy, you know what I mean? So all right, so the next lens on our list is my low light beast. It is the 24mm Sigma 1.4. Pretty much I use this on every single wedding, whether it's photography or videography. More so videography, I might put it on the FX30, and it does give me that low light that I need when I put on my A7 IV. Different kind of level with the low light, but it is a prime lens, so you can't really use it for a lot of scenarios. Well, it just depends. It gives you that middle perspective, so that 24mm is actually a great middle ground where it's not too wide and it's not too tight, but it gives you a nice flow, you know what I mean? Like a natural flow. I believe it's equivalent to our iPhones or something like that. So overall, the 1.4 on it, and the fact that it is a prime lens, so the image is, you know, really tack sharp, really good. It's a Sigma glass, so I definitely use it at weddings. It's one of my most used lens during a wedding. So overall, you know, I think it belongs right in the middle of my lens list, and yeah, that's what it is. Sigma 24mm 1.4 low light beast. All right, so the next lens on our list is, this was a tough choice, man, but it's the Sigma 24 to 70 standard zoom 2.8. Amazing, amazing, amazing lens. If I had to choose just one lens that I can take on a trip or on an event or just for whatever, almost any scenario, it's probably this lens if I only had to choose one. But at the end of the day, I don't know, it's a zoom 24-70, nice wide perspective, gives you that nice telephoto type perspective. Probably the only fault is on the heavier side if you want to put it on your gimbal, but what do you expect? It is a 24, the standard zoom, and I just think the image quality is amazing on it. I think the like all the features, like it has a lot of features. It's an actual dial for your f-stop. It has all the locks and focuses. It has everything that you'll want on a standard high quality standard zoom lens. So definitely I would love to have it as number one on my list, but there's another reason why the one that is number one is what it is. But regardless, if I did have to choose one lens to take with me on the trip, it's definitely this lens. All right, y'all, so the number one lens on my list is my favorite lens. I had this lens for like 3 years now, and it still hits the number one spot every time I do a video like this, and it is the Sigma 85mm 1.4 prime low light beast portrait monster wedding galore. Yeah, if you have this lens, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't tried this lens, I definitely recommend it. I suggest it. I tell you, just go ahead and get it. If you have an 85mm, then you already know what it does, but this particular one just has a different kind of characteristic about it. The contrast is really nice. The sharpness is tack sharp. It's sharper than my steak knives in my kitchen right here. So overall, I love this lens. It's my favorite lens. Anytime I get a chance to use it, I use it, and it is my favorite photography lens of all time. So overall, it is the number one on my list. I hope you guys either try some of these or go out and try some of these, but if there was the one that I'll say definitely go ahead and try, it will definitely be this lens right here. But that's my list, y'all. This is my 5 lenses. As you can see, they're all Sigma, and the only reason why I went with that, I wanted consistency with a budget that I can afford. I love G Master as well. Shout out to Sony, but you know, I could afford the Sigma versions of them, and I think they're equivalent to the G Master. Obviously, a Sony to Sony lens, the Sony camera gives you a few more options as far as like, you know, how many shutters and stuff like that you can do with it. But overall, as far as image quality is concerned and durability, professionalism, the feel of them, I just love Sigma glass, and none of these ones have disappointed me. So that's why I decided to go with them. I want consistency across the board, and I have no complaints. So that being said, if you made it this far, salute, salute, salute. And if you want to see more, I'm definitely going to try to shoot a lot more videos, just random stuff and some reviews and whatever that I think is interesting. And if you like what you see, hit the like button, leave a comment in the comment section, and enjoy the rest of y'all day. My kids got March break this week, so I'm going to be a busy man having fun with my kids. So hopefully y'all having fun with whatever y'all got going on in your lives. All right, peace.